Welcome to the second in our Let's Talk series. Today's presentation is titled Job Descriptions, Applying a Job Analysis. What is a job description? Unlike a job posting, which is an external tool used to sell the job to prospective applicants, a job description is an internal document that explains the tasks, duties, functions, and responsibilities of a position. It details who performs a specific type of work, how that work is to be completed, and the frequency and the purpose of the work it relates to in the organization's mission and goals. What are job descriptions used for? A job description gives an employee a clear and concise resource to be used as a guide for job performance. Likewise, a supervisor can use a job description as a measuring tool to ensure that the employee is meeting job expectations. Other uses include determining salary levels, clarifying missions, establishing titles and pay grades, and creating reasonable accommodation controls. Now that the role and usage is clear, what follows is a 7-step process for writing effective job descriptions. Step 1. Perform a job analysis. Always perform a job analysis before you start writing your job description. At the very least, you'll want to research how competitors are advertising and compensating this position, new requirements for the position, and other position-specific details crucial to accurately describing your job in your job description. Performing a job analysis can also include the following: interviewing employees to find out exactly what tasks are being performed, observing how tasks are performed, having employees fill out questionnaires or worksheets, and collecting data on jobs from other resources such as salary surveys. In addition, you might also ask yourself, how have the demands of this job changed over the past 5 years at your company? How has the role of the job changed within your industry in the past 5 years? And what differences do you notice when viewing an example of a job description and job specification posted for this job by a competitor in your area? Step 2. Choose a clear job title. Your job title needs to be engaging and the correct title for the role. It should be 1. Accurate. Job titles are the shortest description of positions within your company. Try to make them as true to the role as possible. For example, if the role includes managing a team, use the term manager in the title. Similarly, titles like chief or executive imply strategic duties. Second, they should be realistic. Use real job titles, not buzzwords. Uncommon job titles fail to describe the role. Words to avoid include guru, wizard, ninja, and unicorn. And thirdly, a job title should be meaningful. Use titles that clearly describe the job duties rather than a string of business words that might confuse the reader. For example, business development representative is a far better way to describe a sales or marketing position within your company than the dynamic markets administrator. Step 3. Start with a short, engaging overview of the job and company. This 1 to 4 sentence overview should include a brief description of your company, history, its products and services, as well as its mission and core values. This section should also provide an overview of the job and how it contributes to larger company objectives. This will help new and current employees gain a better idea of the big picture and their potential role. Salary range and benefits can also be mentioned here. Step 4. Establish the essential functions and responsibilities of the job. Once a performance standard for a particular job has been made, essential functions of the position must be defined. This will provide a better avenue for evaluating Americans with Disabilities Act ADA accommodation requests, and defining the essential functions encompass the following steps. Ensure that the tasks as part of a job function are truly necessary or a requirement to perform the job. Determine the frequency at which the task is performed or how much time is spent performing a task. Determine performance standards and consequences of not performing the function and whether this will be detrimental to the employee's operation or result in severe consequences. Determine if the task can be redesigned or performed in another manner. Determine if the task can be reassigned to another employee. List essential skills and personality traits necessary to excel at the job, along with required education and/or qualifications. Be specific about tasks. Don't use phrasing that is too generic and doesn't explain what specific skills will help employees thrive. When describing a marketing coordinator position, for example, saying something like, "You will set up tracking systems for our online promotional activities using X technology," rather than "you'll be part of our marketing team," will give employees a better idea of what the position entails and what skills they need. Step 5. Focus on growth and development. The job description should focus on where this position can lead to and how promotions work within your company. Employees want to see upward mobility, not an average salary and a basic list of tasks. Step 6. Diversity and inclusion. Don't let culture fit undermine diversity and inclusion. Although frequently inadvertent, the use of certain words and phrases in the job description can be construed as discriminatory and limit the diverse applicant group that organizations strive for. Emphasize your company's commitment to diversity and inclusion. If your company is already making strides towards becoming a more welcoming and inclusive place to work, you might want to consider including this in your job description. Be sure to check out the legal requirements. Step 7. Proofread your job description and review regularly. Make sure you spell check, do a grammar check, and proofread your job description. Then go back and do it again. Be sure to pay attention to the aesthetics of the job description. Organizations are constantly evolving, so for job descriptions to reflect changing requirements, they should be reviewed, ideally annually, and amended as appropriate. Taking the time to craft an accurate job description can be invaluable to the ongoing attraction, hiring, and retention of employees.